Do cars go vroom, vroom, vroom in this one? Or is it more of a speed, crash and burn? Is that a little insensitive? Maybe. Chase Liaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Ferrari. What's about? Pretty simple premise. We are following Enzo Ferrari in 1957 when Ferrari's about to go under. Is he going to team up with Fiat? Is he going to team up with Ford? Is he going to win some races in Europe? What is happening with his new drivers? And it's him versus Maserati. Who's going to win? So, did I like this movie? It was okay. It was okay. I don't know what I was expected going into it. I didn't watch a single trailer for this. So I said, let me go in blind and just go in for the flow. And the flow was good. I thought the third act was the strongest act of the three. Even though the ending was very abrupt and I wasn't a fan of it. I think the acting was good. I think the cinematography and the landscape was fantastic. It felt like it was not soundstage, and I love it. But just the story itself felt flat. So we're talking about the positives. I do think Adam Driver and Penelope Cruz do a fantastic job in this movie. I'm pretty sure it's Patrick Dempsey as well, making a little, I want to call it cameo, but as one of the drivers in the car. And I do think it's interesting with some of these characters or drivers of how they came up to become these drivers. It was very interesting about Ferrari's, I want to say his mantra was more of like, don't date these actresses because the actresses are going to take away from the actual car itself. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. And there's a little bit story elements of that. But it kind of pitter-patters in the background because we were focusing on Ferrari himself, his quote-unquote wife, who I'm pretty sure will be an ex-wife sooner or later, the son that passed away, and the new son from a new woman in the actual Ferrari family. Which, very interesting enough, talks about money, who gets what last name. And I do think that political aspect of family dynamics is a positive overall in this film. When the cars are going, it's bonkers. Don't expect balls-to-the-wall crashes. There are a few crashes here, and there's one in the very beginning, which shows Ferrari is, I wouldn't call it he's insensitive, but he's almost masked from what is going to occur because he's seen so much death. So I found that very interesting, that character dynamic of him. There's one at the very end where people talk about how the CGI bothered them. It really didn't bother me a lot because of the dynamic of what it does. That's all I'm going to say. When it happened, I said, oh, shit. And I kind of said it out loud in the movie theater. So I wasn't expecting it, I wouldn't say go that hard, but that, oh, fuck moment. I don't know how true it is, though. I'm very intrigued on if they decided to dramatize it or if people really died that way. But the movie itself, there is some pacing issues with the first and second act because at a point, I didn't know what the point of the movie was, okay? Because you understand Ferrari having the heir to continue on the last name. Completely understand that. But it felt a little uncertain of how it wanted to continue on with this story because you do have that family dynamic between Penelope Cruz, Adam Driver, slowly fermenting it until it finally explodes at the very end of the film. Even though she sticks with him the whole time, she knows that he's completely unfaithful. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting of why you want to do that. Is it because you're still in this venture capital and if you divorce, you're going to get none of it? But it doesn't really explain that overall. Like I said, the end race itself is pretty awesome. If I want to put it with the sound design and the actual camera movement, it's absolutely freaking thrilling. Like I said, though, don't expect a lot of car crashes. And when car crashes, some of them do happen, don't expect bombasticness to occur on every crash. And to me, I think the biggest flaw is the ending. The ending kind of was abrupt because one of the last monologues was between Adam Driver and Penelope Cruz. And this monologue was about how he kind of is the martyr and he needs to take the oppressed, just shove it up their ass and do something about it. Okay, he's about to do something. But then the movie kind of stops. And I understand why it stopped where it was supposed to, but it felt like there was more story to be told. And I think that's the biggest flaw of the movie on that level. So overall, Ferrari, I think it's a good character study. It's interesting. It kept me entertained. However, something's missing in the script and the overall just first and second act of the movie. I was just like, what is actually trying to occur with this film? So Ferrari will receive a 3 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals that 60%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics say 73% with 169 of them, audience score 72% with 250, critic consensus. Sleek and well acted, Ferrari overcomes its occasionally underpowered narrative to deliver a rousing and admirable, complex biopic. Sure, it works, but it wasn't as fantastically awesome shiznits that I was expecting it to be. 60, 73, 72. Chase Sock here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope everyone thinks Butontopia. You Buton is a great day. I don't care if you watch this tape tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, every single freaking one of you. And yes, growing this beard out, it'll be gone in a couple of days because I got to shave for work. But having this vacation is doing good. But my God, I hate tests. I hate the warrant test.